Good afternoon, everyone. This is Ankita, and this is the part 2 of Scientific Techniques of Management given by F.W. Taylor. As we all have discussed about the three techniques in our previous video, so this is the next video related with the scientific techniques of management given by F.W. Taylor and remaining two technique. One is work study and another one is differential piece wage system. We are going to discuss in this. Before that, I would like to wish you all a very happy Ramzan and may this lockdown end soon and we may meet soon in the classrooms. Okay, now let us discuss about the differential piece wage system. This is also a scientific technique of management. This is a very popular technique and most of the companies use this technique to hire their workers and set their wage rates. Clear? The differential piece wage system is a technique which emphasizes on paying different rate of wages for efficient and inefficient employees to motivate the employees to work efficiently. In the simple way, we can say that in this system, two different wage rates are used. One is the high wage rate and the other one is lower wage rate. Those workers who are able to produce the standard number of units within a fixed duration are paid as per the high wage rate because they are efficient and they are able to meet all the requirements of the company. And the workers who are not able to produce the standard number of units within the given time are paid as per the lower wage rate because they are not at all efficient. Clear? This differential piece rate system help the employees to be more efficient because they know if they will not work efficiently, their price rate would never be high and they will always get a lower rate of wages. That's why it is a very good technique to motivate all the workers. This technique basically focuses on all the efficient and inefficient workers. This technique also says that efficient worker will be rewarded and inefficient will be motivated to improve their performance. This is the technique named differential piece wage system. The next technique is work study. Taylor broke up human activities into small parts and found out how they could be done effectively in the less time. And he also focuses on the increment, or you can say to enhance the productivity. Taylor has conducted the following studies, which we are going to study afterwards. So, Taylor has conducted the following studies such as method study, motion study, time study and fatigue study to show that how the job could be divided into small segments and how the efficiency of workers can be improved. This work study is also known as job analysis. What it is known as? Job analysis. Clear? So, the first technique of job analysis or work study is fatigue study. Fatigue means thakan, thak jana. Clear? As we all are know that we cannot work 24/7 without getting tired. So, a person will be tired and less productive if he works without taking rest. Clear? If he is allowed to take rest intervals, he will regain stamina and work with increased efficiency. This technique says that if the worker does not get the, you can say, interval or rest intervals, then his efficiency may be affected. Once he will get some kind of rest, he will regain his stamina and he can work with the same efficiency again. But the basic question is, how much rest should be given to a worker? If there would be no follow-up of that rest interval, then maybe most of the workers will give all the time to their rest. They will not work. They will only take their rest intervals. And that ultimately is going to suffer the organization. So this technique of scientific management is conducted to find out, number one, the frequency of rest interval. That how many rest intervals should be there and what should be the frequency. Like if a worker is working for 8 hours, he cannot get 8 rest intervals. Clear? Number 2, the duration of rest interval. If he is only working for 8 hours, so he cannot get the rest interval of 4 hours. The interval as well as the duration of that interval should be low. Third point says the number of rest intervals. Like in 8 hours, how many rest intervals should be there? He cannot take 4 or 5 rest intervals. In simple words, we can say एक एम्प्लॉय को कितना रेस्ट इंटरवल मिलेगा, कितने टाइम का मिलेगा और कितनी बार दिया जाएगा. That particular study is done in the fatigue study. As when you all came to school, जब आप स्कूल आते हैं, you get only a recess, one recess, or you can say one interval, just to reduce your stress or your fatigue. Clear? Now, the next study is method study. In the job analysis, the second study is method study. In this study, basically, we discuss about the methods through which the work would be done. This technique of scientific management is conducted to find out the one best method, or you can say the way to perform a particular task. Clear? The objective of method study is to minimize the cost of production and maximize the quality and satisfaction of the customers. To conduct this study, process chart and operation research techniques are used. In this particularly, we focus on the method through which the organization can achieve their basic objectives. Workers should be given a particular task and the manager tell them the methods or the techniques through which they have to achieve that particular task. This is known as method study. The next study is time study. As the name suggests, this technique focuses on time. Clear? Simply, this technique says the standard time which should be taken by the workers to perform a job. The time study measures the standard time taken for a qualified worker to perform a well-defined job. The purpose is to decide how much time is normally required to perform a certain job. See, in this technique, the standard time is determined on the basis of average time taken by the several experiments of the same work. If Mr. X is taking 4 hours to complete a task and Mr. Y is taking 5 hours to complete the task, so the average time of completing that particular task must be 4.5, means 4.5 घंटे. Clear? 4.5 hours. So the standard time should be 4.5 hours and the workers have to perform that particular task in that given period. Clear? The objectives of time study are as follows. Number one, the standard time required to perform a job. Firstly, we have to decide that what should be the standard time to perform a particular task. Number two, setting up the standard target for the workers. Whatever time you have decided, the target should also be according to that time. It should not be like that कि आपने बहुत सारा काम दे दिया and the time limit is very low. The third point says determining the number of workers required to perform a job. How many workers are required to perform that particular job? If the job could be done by 2 people, then this is purely unnecessary to put more than 2 people on that particular work. Number 4, categorizing the workers into efficient and inefficient employees. See, in each and every organization, all the employees cannot be fully efficient, neither they can be fully inefficient. So there should be a combination of workers in each and every task. If all the workers will be efficient, then maybe they have conflicts related with their work profile, and if all are inefficient, then we must be sure that that particular work is not going to end ever. जब वो efficient ही नहीं है तो how they will complete the task, वो कभी उसको कर ही नहीं पाएंगे. So it is necessary to have a combination of efficient and inefficient employees while giving them any target or standard of work. Clear? The next study is motion study. Motion means the movement. Clear? So, the motion study is a technique that closely observes the movement of the bodies, machinery required to perform a job so that unnecessary movements can be eliminated, and the best way of doing a job is determined. Clear? For completing each and every task, the workers has to move from one place to another place, like from one machinery to another machinery. But it is necessary to have a close eye on that whether the employees are not wandering here and there for no use. Sometimes this could be done that they are busy in some unproductive talks and they are just moving here and there for no reason. This should not be there. So, motion study refers to the study of movements of the worker while doing a particular task. Basically, Taylor has recognized 3 types of movement. Number 1, productive. Number 2, unproductive. And number 3, accidentals. Clear? The basic objective of motion study are to determine the movement of workers when they perform the job. Means you have to determine whether the workers have to move from one place to another when they are performing a job or not. Number 2, to differentiate between productive and unproductive movement. There should also be a close eye on the movement, whether the movements are productive or unproductive. किसी काम की वजह से वर्कर एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जा रहे हैं या बस ऐसे ही किसी से बातें करने जा रहे हैं. That is productive and unproductive movement. Number 3, for cutting down unproductive and wasteful movement. The next move should be to cut down the unproductive and wasteful movements. Point 4 says to design suitable tools and equipments to minimize unproductive movement. Some techniques, equipments or tools should be designed to minimize the unproductive movements. क्योंकि अगर इतने ज़्यादा अनप्रोडक्टिव मूवमेंट्स रहेंगे तो फिर कभी भी टाइमली टारगेट कंप्लीट होगा ही नहीं. That is all about motion study. Okay guys, after discussing about all the techniques of scientific management, now let's move towards the advantages of scientific management. Scientific management helps the organization to achieve the given target. So, the first advantage of scientific management is it improves efficiency of business through simplification and specialization. Means the basic focus is on simplification of work and specialization of worker into a particular task. Number 2, it helps in reducing cost of production. According to Taylor, even a small activity can be scientifically planned, and this scientific plan will help in saving time as well as the human efforts. That's how it help in reducing cost of production. Number 3, due to decrease in price, firm is enabled to capture a bigger share in the market. Like when the prices of the firm is decreased, then the firm is able to capture the bigger share in the market, because as we have studies, the lower the price, higher the demand. Clear? Fourth point suggests mutual understanding and cooperation brings workers and management closer, which means that avoidance of dispute between workers and management could be done through scientific management. This helps in encouraging harmony between management and workers. Number 5 is more training to improve skills of workers. The skills of workers can be easily improved while giving them training and providing them better working conditions. Workers feel satisfied and motivated when they got some better working conditions to work. Number 6, enable the workers to earn more with the introduction of differential piece wage system. If the worker wanted to earn more money, then he have to increase his skills to be efficient, and when he will become efficient, his price range must be higher, means he will start getting higher wages than the other one. Clear? So that's all with the chapter 2, principles of management. And here we have discussed about the scientific techniques of management given by F.W. Taylor. Hope you all have understood it very well. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the remaining techniques. Like we have discussed about the F.W. Taylor's techniques now. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the fuels principles of management. Clear? This is one of the important chapter, and I honestly suggest you all to study a bit hard, because as this is your 12th this time and you need to really work hard. All the best. Bye.